She spies on me all day. I was washing dishes and just started bawling. And I guess I've kind of been cross-watching card readings, but I feel more in alignment than I have been in a while. And it actually feels profound. Because I was going to show you I have this little, it's a zodiac, like pocket watch. It has the design of a zodiac on one side of it. And I was going to, because I don't want to show you my birth chart, but I was going to show a visual aid, which probably wouldn't have worked anyways, because technology is hard. But where, I don't know why this is so hard. So I just basically was moved to sit down and acknowledge some stuff. And I know that my mom keeps an eye on my channel for cooking videos, and I really need to make those cupcakes I promised. Because I just feel I feel such like an empty nest feeling, even though I shouldn't know what that feels like. And I guess I should know what that feels like, because I left a lot of really old and really developed material in Nakata on the 29th. And I just wonder, like, I talk about my mom being this earth angel, and what a fucking warrior she has to be to do what she does, just to be. And my brother's the same way. And just how my mom must feel having to be my mom and having to watch me become, and how confusing it has had to have been for her. And all this talk I'm doing about moccasins and missionaries and aunties' voices and genealogy, I look at my zodiac on my birth chart, and so the moon and my mom and I are all intertwined. It's just been a fun thing that we've kept our eyes on and talked about over the years. And the moon in my chart is at home. Like it is under Cancer. So my moon is home. My mother's sign, Taurus, if I remember right, is... This is the wrong phone. I think that house is empty. Like that is there because that is my mom. And then the other earth sign that I have feminine placement in is Virgo, which is where Lilith is. And I just think, like, I've been so wrong not considering like all the things that I think make me a badass, or that I think, like, yes, I can look in the face of death, and yes, I can laugh, but that's arrogance. That's what happens to people that stand in the light for too long. And it's like my mom, and people like my mom they're so humble. There just isn't that, you know. I feel like I drug her through the mud. And it's like she looks at me and she says she's sorry. And I guess I feel my Lilith. I feel that other earth sign mother that's not an angel. And she's sad too, and she's pissed off too, because like she's protected me a long time. These mothers of mine, like I don't know how the powers that be, or if there is good and bad in the world, and I'm wrong about that, but like how was I allowed, like, how did I get away with so much? And I tell myself that it's, you know, rejection is protection, and it's all been protection. And some of it has felt like rejection, and a lot of it has. And now it's time for me to like start developing and start weaving the web and start like quilting the pieces together to try to figure out how to invert that dynamic and make her stop saying I'm sorry, because I'm the one that needs to look at her and say like, Mom, I was made for rolling around through the mud. Are you okay? Because I don't think she's built like me. I think she's very tough. And I think she's not something to be underestimated. I think that her words open spiritual gates for me. She says words, she says numbers, and gates open. And she's a continent away. And I guess I just started bawling at the thing, because it's all this talk of death and standing up strong and taking a bullet. Like, I can be filthy and I can be, you know, foul and raunchy, and I can be gory. My step grandma, my grandma, my paternal grandma, I think, I don't know, we were gonna read Pride and Prejudice or something silly, or C.S. Lewis, and she pulled out an Edgar Allan Poe poetry, old hardback, and that's what we read, and she was painting our fingernails. Always bright red. Fingers and toes. I'm getting a little dose of humility for the first time, maybe ever. I have not believed. I don't think I have believed that I was worth humility, or that I was made of the same stuff that could support humility. That I couldn't do that. So I had to either, it's gotta be extremes. I had to either beat the shit out of myself and make a show of it or wither up and disappear. And I guess I feel almost like I'm at a threshold, like the underworlds don't scare me anymore, like going to dark, esoteric places and having a brain that feels really different a lot of the time. Like that all comes that is just, I can't help it. Like I am, and I don't say, made for dragging myself through the mud or made for rolling through the mud in like a bad way. I'm not saying that like I'm meant to be utilized as a dumpster. But like the wisdom and the power that is to be had in those angels like my mom and my little brother, and I don't know if I can stomach that. Like I don't know if I can stomach real just light and love. All the death stuff and the ritual and the unlocking and the blah blah blah, like all that doesn't scare me. Like lock me up in a shell, put me somewhere. Like